Hi everyone, I'm Tim Riley with Angel Tarot Card Readings by Tim, and thank you for joining me this week. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can find all of my information down below. I can be reached at timothyriley.biz. Readings start at just $25 for 15 minutes. Thank you for joining me, everyone. This is our weekly Angel Oracle card reading for the week of Monday, November 21st through Sunday, November 28th. And this week, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I wish all of you a wonderful, thankful Thanksgiving and that you find something that you truly are grateful and thankful for. Thank you. So, have you noticed the sensitivity from last week? Because I certainly have had it all around me. There's just been a lot of people that are kind of walking on eggshells, is the only way that I can put it. I've seen people just in a fragile state that are just crying at the drop of a hat. And part of me thought, well, maybe it's this super moon that we had recently, the full moon. But then, I really felt like it's because we're getting close to the end of this year. This is our 9-year cycle. And I think the higher self is connecting with the egoic self. And there's that feeling, that meshing of what we need to let go of. It's kind of like I almost said, do or die. We got to get it done. Now's the time because we're getting close to that window closing, so that 2017 is all about new openings and prosperity and opening all of those doors. But we got to let go of all of the loose ends and tie all of those up. So I think it's not only that, but also we're getting around the holiday season. So you might be experiencing a lot of that heightened sensitivity, not just last week, not just this week, but I'm going to tell you, I feel it's going to be all the way through the end of this year. So just hold on. Spirit is saying we're kind of going through a whirlwind of emotions. So, it's just kind of putting everything in order. They're saying that, we're working on putting things in divine order and just kind of ride the waves. Don't try to control it. Just go with it and go internally with what your spirit is telling you what you should do and also what you shouldn't do. So it's kind of the storm is going to clear. It's moving away. We're working through all of this, but they're showing me new direction. Okay, and we may start to experience that at the beginning of this week. I'm also hearing karma. They're saying that for some of you, this might be karmic relations this week. They're saying someone may come in from the past, and I'm hearing a do over. So for some of you, this may give you the opportunity to replay the events and to create a different scenario. So for those of you who may have had a situation where you felt it was unfinished, you're going to get to finish it. Okay? So I'm feeling really good about that because they're saying good news and that this is going to be good. So good news is coming along the way this week, but we are going to still have to deal with that sensitivity. Okay? I'm going to be working with the Fairy Tarot Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. And angels and nature angels, fairies, what messages do you have for me? What messages would you like for us to know for this week? It's a rather big deck to shuffle. So sometimes, if you've got this deck, like, see this one here wants to come out, so we're going to see what this one is. Okay. Yeah, the dreamer. This is the leap of faith. This is all about new beginnings. Here's another one that wants to come out. This is the chariot. Okay, I pulled 2 out of 3 of the 3 cards, and they are major arcana. So this is not. This one right here wants to. It's kind of hiding. So we'll see what this one is. 3 of autumn. Okay. That's all about kind of following your passion, and I'll tell you a little bit more about this one. But the dreamer. So let me show you the dreamer here. This is In traditional tarot, it's the Fool. So you can see this fairy about ready to, walk off a cliff, just taking that leap of faith. It says, embrace your true purpose and begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. So this is about trusting and believing that you have the capability of moving forward. And with the Chariot card here, it says success that comes from uh, dedication, success that comes from dedication and self-discipline. Celebrate your accomplishments. And this is about being in the spotlight. This is also uh, about self-control. And in in traditional tarot, you would see a black and a white horse, and those represent the higher self and the ego. Who's going to win is what that's about. And your higher self's telling you one thing, and your ego's telling you the other thing. And that's where the self-control needs to be coming into play. Is always go with what your higher self wants you to do. Okay, and your higher self is telling you, please take this leap of faith. Your ego is going to tell you, you're not ready. You don't have the skill to be able to do this. It also will tell you, oh, well, you need to listen to so and so. Okay, listen to yourself and trust your own instinct, trust your own intuition, that you have the ability to do this. They're saying that this is a new direction and we need to be following that direction, okay, or at least taking the planning steps of where we want to move forward. I don't believe that this is just for this week, is what this card is. I'm hearing, what do you want for 2017? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to bring into play? Because the next card after the Fool is the Magician, which is all about manifesting, and that's that year one, okay? So, what is it that you want to take that leap of faith and throw caution to the wind and just do it? So we're being guided to ask what that might be, okay? And you have the Three of Autumn here, which is follow your passion when it comes to your career and be the best at what you do. And also, this is also about using your creative talents. I also feel like this is critiquing. With this card, people may give you advice. People may tell you, it's almost like a mentor. And you may be, that's where I feel like somebody's going to be coming in this week. This might be a mentor of some sort. This could be a spiritual teacher, but someone's going to help you make this leap of faith and this move and get you a little bit more in control. But lots of good news along the way with this week, and I feel really confident that this is going to be a wonderful week as long as we have control. But they're also saying to get clear on your priorities. They're saying you need to get clear on your priorities. And I'm seeing this broom of, you got to sweep out the old. Before we can have this new come in, we got to let all of this old out. So what is it we're still holding on to? What old baggage that we might be carrying around from not only the beginning of this year, but even this past decade that we're still holding on to, that we really need to let go of before we hit 2017 with the hitting the ground running. So what is it that we need to release? Okay. And when we set those priorities, and that's the self-discipline, and that I'm hearing, that's for me, they're pointing at me with this too, is being more self-disciplined in what you know that you need to be doing. I am going to actually set a goal for this channel of what I want to accomplish with this in 2017. I plan on being more diligent with this. I know I've been letting readings slack off, and that's just because just so much has been going on. And I know that's not fair to you guys. However, this is a free channel, and the other things I do get paid for, so that is a priority, okay? Have to go where I get, my bread and butter so I can keep the roof over the head. I think you understand that. But, that's one of the things that with the channel I'd like to, increase more viewership and also the metaphysical realm. We didn't get to that for this month of November, but that was because I was guided that I needed to take this whole month off and just nurture myself. And you may find me doing that every November because I have a lot of things going on in September and October where literally we'll do close to about 100, 125, 15-minute readings in a period of 2 weeks, and just need to just kind of step away from it. So we'll see what next year's like, okay? Speaking of the metaphysical realm, we are going to start that back up in December. It, again, will remain the first and the third Saturday. We didn't get to it this past week, so the first one will be December 4th. That will be a live show. It's going to be the monthly forecast for the month of December. And then I think the 18th, that one is going to be, I'm going to set that one with the art of smudging. And I'm being told I'd like for you to do it about smudging because it's all about clearing out old energy, and we need to do that for the end of this year. So it's going to be all about questions. If you have questions about how to do it or want to know more about it, shoot me an email, okay? And that way I can address those questions live on the air. I'd love to be able to do that. I know some of you call in, but you're missing out in the chat room where you actually can ask me questions while I'm doing it live. So check in online. If you got a computer, check in on blogtalkradio.com/Timothy Riley 444. That's where the channel is. So hope to see you there. So again, great week. Focus on what you need to change, what new direction you want to move into. And as always, everyone, have a wonderful, grateful, thankful Thanksgiving. And as always, angel blessings. See you next week. Bye now.